Hi guys, so today I am going to be doing a tutorial on this eyeshadow look. I am in love with it. I did it on a client earlier today and I fell in love with it so much that I had to come home and do it myself, and I thought what better way than to film a tutorial for you. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to see this makeup look, just keep watching and feel free to hit the subscribe button down below. All right, thanks. So today I am going to do a quick eyeshadow look for you using my baby, the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. It's going to be a halo eye, so if you've never seen a halo eye before, this might be a little different. It's a great way to make your eyes stand out and pop. And what I'm going to do is kind of try and make my eyes look a little bit more bluish green and brighter. So I am going to start out with my Morphe E22 brush. Looks like this. Super fluffy, and I love it. And then I'm going to take the colored, I'm going to take orange soda and burnt orange together. And I'm going to use this as my transition shade. So you pick up the product, tap off any excess, and you want to tilt your head back ever so slightly, because what that does is that helps you be able to reach right in that inner pocket right there. I am just going to buff this backwards and forwards in what is called windshield wiper motions. And then once I'm sure most of the product is off, I am going to do circular motions. And the circular motions blows out the eyeshadow. Give a little more because I want it a little bit deeper. Backwards and forwards. And I already have my base on. I am just doing my eyeshadow, and then I'll do my lips after. Okay, and that is my transition. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. When you do the other eye, you're going to cross your arm over here and lift it slightly up. And hit my face. And windshield wiper. And I had already primed my eyes with a little bit of Catrice's Liquid Camouflage. I did not set them because I was trying to get the biggest pigment that I could. I actually think that those look pretty even. I'm going to do a little right here, match the other side. Oh, I'm so tired. It has been a week and we are traveling all next week, so I'm pre-recording, and I didn't get any videos done this week just because baby does not sleep anymore, you guys. You know your child doesn't sleep when it's a good day if they sleep 3 hours in a row at night. Next, I'm going to go in with the M433 from Morphe. And you see how it's like flat and then fluffy? I've used this brush before. It's actually one of my favorites. It's great for packing flat and for turning sideways to buff. And I am... What was I doing? Oh yeah. I am going to take the color Sienna right here. I'm trying to recreate a look I did on a client today, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was gorgeous. And now I want to do it on myself. And I am just going to, right here. Now I have really big eyelids. Like really big. But my client today had a lot smaller ones. And if you have smaller, you're going to want to use a different brush. So I'm using this guy in the outer corner. I'm just buffing him in. And windshield wiper motions in my outer V. And I'm just going to bring it softly into the crease, back and forth. And then I'm going to use the brush I used on the client today, which is a Elizabeth Mott blending brush. And you see how it's really tiny and tapered? I'm going to pick up Sienna again. And I'm going to put this in the inner corner. You see how it just fits right in there? You just wiggle it in and tap it in. It's great for this. And then you're just going to bring it in and blend it in a little bit and up. Okay, see how it kind of has, we're leaving everything in the center bare. And do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to take the other brush. You don't have to, you can just use the one brush, but because I used the one brush on the other side, I kind of want the same effect. So, outer V. And when most of the product is off the brush, not quite there yet, there we go. You're gonna connect the two arches together, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. A little bit more. Okay. Now I'm going to take my Elizabeth Moth blending brush again, and I'm going to pick up the color Mulberry right here. It's a really pretty purple shade, and I love it. Tap off the excess. I'm just going to push it into that outer corner. You see how that added just a little bit more depth? By using these different shadows and layering them, you're going to get a more dimensional look. And if you see, I'm not going as far in as I went with the other one. I'm really just sticking this in this outer V and just pushing it backwards and forwards and kind of blending it in. And I will go in and use a big fluffy brush to blend everything together. And I'm just going to put it right there. Just on that inner V. Inner eye, inner corner. I'm really tired if I'm calling this an inner V. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And then I'm going to pick up the M433 again, and I'm just going to marry those shadows together. Just blend them a little bit in circular motions. And you always want to make sure you're blending on this outer part out here, otherwise you're going to have a really harsh line. By blending it together, it's going to look softer and not as stark, which I'm all about that softer look. See how that looks really harsh and that's softer? I'm gonna blend this eye. Really soft pressure, windshield wiper motions, and circular motions. And then I'm going to take my Morphe M421. It's like a flat concealer brush, and I'm going to I'm going to spray it with Stay Spray. And this is just going to make the pigment of the sparkles stand out more. And I'm going to pick up the color Sultry right here. It's deceivingly light in the pan, but incredibly dark when applied. And I'm just going to put that right here. So it's not even in the full center. And I'm going to pack it on because I really don't want any fallout, because I've already done my base. Now I'm going to go right here. Just put it right there. Okay. I felt that fall. Okay. Then I'm going to pick up the color Rose Pink and I'm going to put that in the center of the lid. And after I pick it up on my brush, I'm going to spray it. You see how pretty that is? It's just like bam. And I'm tilting my head back to get right in that little part, right where it connects in the crease. And I'm overlapping the sultry a little bit just to make it blend. A little bit more of that sultry. Put that over where the two connect. So it's more of a gradial shift. And that is basically the top lash line done. I am going to go in with the big fluffy brush, kind of just blend that upper crease. So everything looks blended. And then I'm going to go in with my Morphe R something. It's the bullet one. And I'm going to pick up Tempera, which is this pretty matte white. It's so pretty. It's just like a perfect matte color for the brow bone. And then I'm going to pick up Glistening. I'll pop that on my inner corner. Just to add a little brightness in there. And then I'm going to finish up the lower lash line. I'm going to pick up my Morphe M432. And I'm going to pick up that shade Mulberry right there. And I am going to smudge that on my lower lash line right next to the lashes. You see how close that is? Right there. I'm going to try and do this without making crazy faces. Kind of pull that out a little to kind of give that illusion of a wing. Do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to stop like right in the center of my eye. I'm not going to go all the way in. Pull and drag that up a little. And pick up a little bit more of that shade. I'm going to smush it into my lash line on the top, on the outer part, and just pull that over there. It gives the illusion of thicker lashes. Because I'm using a color we already used, it's not as harsh. And I'm going to pick back up that bullet brush, and I'm going to pick up the shade burnt orange up here. And I'm going to blow out my lower lash line. By that, I mean I'm going to go over this backwards and forwards, and it's going to make it look more smoky. And it's going to make that harsh line kind of disappear. Do you see how that kind of just disappeared a little bit? Yeah, right. And it kind of disappeared a little bit too much on this side, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Then just go over it with nothing on the brush. Okay. And then I'm going to take their Real Mascara by Benefit, and I'm going to coat the stink out of my lower lashes, probably like 3 or 4 coats. And I'm gonna let that dry. Take that off. You see how like blue-green that makes my eyes look? I love it. Didn't wait for that to dry. I thought it was dry. It's not dry. Let's see if I can use this. There we go. Now it's done. And finally, I'm going to take my Benefit Give Me Brow, and I'm going to use this to kind of fill in my brows a little bit. Brush it in. So you see the difference in the front? This is their old formula. So I don't know what the new formula is like, but when this is gone, I will find out. There is a dupe. It's in my car. I can't think of who it's by. It's either Catrice or Essence. I think it's Essence. And it's called Brow something. I don't know. It's like $2. It's at Ulta. But I don't have the right color, so I did something to my hair yesterday, so I can't use the blonde version. And this is like little microfibers that like fill it in for you. I'm running out. You can tell I've had to dip a little too much here. You see how that just kind of fills them and makes them look a little fuller, but they're still pretty natural. It also has gel in there, so it's gonna set them and hold them in place. Take my big fluffy brush. Got some fallout. There we go. And finally, I'm going to take my lipstick in the shade Swag by Bare Minerals. I'm gonna pop that on, and that'll be it. Take a little extra. I love these. They are so comfortable. And that's the finished makeup look. I love how sparkly the eyeshadow is. It's just so pretty. Comment down below what color I used that was your favorite. And thanks so much for watching.